Hey everyone, and welcome back to Waverly Reads. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some book to movie adaptations that I just don't want to watch. For the books on this list, there are maybe two possible reasons as to why I don't want to watch them. One would probably be because I just really can't stand the idea of watching it, and the other one would just be that I'm afraid to watch it. So we're not going to dilly-dally. I'm going to share with you the book to movie adaptations that I do not want to watch and tell you why I do not want to watch said book to movie adaptation. Also, this is in absolutely no particular order. I was just looking across my shelves and I just picked out a few. But the first one is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This is kind of ironic considering I have the movie cover of this book. However, I have actually tried to watch this movie on multiple occasions and I get about 5 minutes in and I just have to turn it off. I can't stand it. I can't stand like how the characters are and how they look, and I don't know, just what I saw when reading this book is nothing like what I saw when I was trying to watch the movie. So I get about 5, maybe 10 minutes in and I'm out, I leave. Yeah, that's another thing. These are probably won't watch, not definitely won't watch. But the next one, I don't even own the book for this anymore, and this is why I'm not going to be watching it, and that is P.S. I Love You by Celia Ahern, I think. I absolutely hated the book. I couldn't stand the book, and then that just is self-explanatory. I'm just never going to watch the movie because I hated the book, and I just hate cliche things like that. Also, I feel like it was really bad representation of trauma and grieving. The next one is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. Now, you know that I absolutely love this book, and I am terrified to watch the movie. Again, it's ironic because the one I read was this one, which is the movie adaptation cover, but I'm just kind of really terrified to actually watch this movie. I know I will at some point. I have the DVD. I'm going to watch it at some point. But at this point in time, I'm just really scared. I do want to reread this, so after I've reread it, maybe I will then go and watch it, because it is on my immediate TBR for this year. So after I've reread this, I will probably attempt to watch the movie, and hopefully it's good, because I want to love the movie just as much as I love the book. Next up is The Maze Runner by James Dashner. I have actually watched this movie, but it was years and years ago, like when it first came out, and I don't remember a single thing about it. It's kind of like I don't want to, but also I'm kind of scared to. But now that I've actually read the book, it's like different. Next adaptation I'm probably never going to watch is Paper Towns by John Green. Is there really even a need to explain why I don't want to watch this movie? I actually quite liked the books, but people said that the movie is absolutely disastrous, and that's just really put me off. I'm terrified to watch this, so I probably just won't. Next up is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. This is another book that I really enjoyed. I've just never gotten around to watching the movie, and it's got to that point where I'm actually scared to now. I mean, I know that I will watch it one day eventually, but at this point in time I am terrified, and it scares me. Also, I feel like maybe the hype's gone down a lot for this for me, because when I think about it now, I'm like, yeah, it was good, but I'm not like, oh my god, it's the best book in the world like I was when I first read it. I mean, I was never like that, but it was one of the best books in the world, and now I'm just kind of like, okay, this happened. Next is actually 2 books in one, because it's 3 movies in one, and that is Insurgent and Allegiant. I watched Divergent when it was in cinemas the first time it came out, straight after I had read Divergent, and I absolutely loved it. Then I tried to watch Insurgent and I was just like, this isn't happening. I turned it off within about 15 minutes. I just absolutely did not like the way that it was portrayed. And then the same for Allegiant. I haven't even tried to watch it just because I know if this one was bad, there's no point watching this. There's no point not watching this one and then watching this one, and this one's apparently in 2 parts, which, what is the point? The entirety of the first part is just going to be the big info dump in this book, which I didn't like. So I'm just probably never going to get around to watching these 3 movies. I will watch Divergent. I absolutely love Divergent, movie and the book. The next book is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I loved this book when I read it. The hype's kind of gone down a little bit for me now, but it gave me all of the feels. And I really wanted to watch the movie when it was in cinemas. I was going to go and watch it with my ex-girlfriend, and it just didn't happen. We never went to watch it, and now I'm like scared to, because it's been so long since I read it. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those ones which I will eventually watch, maybe, but at this point in time I don't think so. The next one is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I love this book. I've read it twice and it's so heartwarming, and I feel like the movie will probably destroy me, so I'm just terrified to watch it. It's one of those ones which maybe I will watch eventually, like I feel myself like wanting to watch this at some point. But at this point in time, I am way too scared to. And then the last book on my list is I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Law. I can never pronounce that name. But I read this book years and years and years ago. I was still in school when I read this. When did it even come out? It came out in 2010. So I'm assuming I read it around 2012. And I loved reading the book when I read it. And I've just never gotten around to watching the movie, and I'm kind of scared to. I probably need to reread it first before I even attempt to, because I can barely remember anything that happens. At this point in time, this is a movie adaptation that I just don't feel like watching. It's not one that I think I'm going to hate, though I might, because this was my favourite book when I read it. I feel like every book I enjoy is my favourite book at that point in time, and then it just kind of dies down. So those are all the book to movie adaptations that I don't think I'm going to watch anytime soon. I really don't want to because it looks horrendous, or I'm just too terrified to. If any of these book to movie adaptations are your favourite, I am sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone, and if they are, then let me know if they're worth a watch down below, and maybe you can convince me to actually get around to watching them. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next week. Bye!